So, without any complications at all, we are about to start our grand final. It's two Russians fighting for 250 euros in the Read More Open Cup number 1. And who could it be but these two? HawK versus Happy it is. Human versus Undead. We just learned from Wikipedia and Warcraft 3.info that the stats are looking abysmal. It is 24-1 in favor of Happy. Map-wise, it looks a lot better. Well, 57-11. It's still not great. But at least HawK was able to take maps. And in the past couple of games that we've seen between them, it did look like HawK is getting a little closer as well. So, big stakes. Who wins the very first ever Reforged Open tournament? Happy in the upper right in an unusual yellow. HawK bottom left in the blue.
Yeah, normally he goes for red, doesn't he?
Yeah, red or blue?
When today would be the day of all days to see red. Isn't that right, Neo? We had, in case you're just watching the YouTube VOD of this right now, I know a lot of people do, just tuning in for the grand final. You have missed maybe 1 or 2 small hiccups today. But all these little issues aside, we still had a lot of amazing games. That has to be said. We were quite fortunate with some bangers today. Starting with the very first game, actually, of the Read More Open Cup. It was Sticky Fingers versus, what was the other guy's name?
Mad Duck, King Duck, Death Duck, War Duck.
Yeah. That was actually a great game indeed. And now we're in the grand final. The amateurs have left and the pros are remaining, as so often. HawK against Happy. HawK hasn't been able to win a series. Did you confirm this?
I found, like, it says 1 series.
What do you mean 1 series? Since ever or since when?
Since, I don't know when that was. I can't find it in my stats, but if Warcraft 3.info says so since 2017, then you might be right.
What info says HawK hasn't defeated Happy in a series in more than 3 years. We have been waiting for someone to dethrone Happy finally in Europe. But we've been waiting for quite a while now. For 2 months at the very least. Honestly, for much longer than that. Happy has been dominating everything. But HawK is going to have another chance today in this best of 5. Cute little move here early on with the footman. He knew where Happy was going to be creeping. That is the opening nowadays to go for. And stops the DK right in his tracks. Doesn't let him creep anything for free. In the meantime, AM completed the first camp. Got the gloves. Which is meh. Not the greatest, but it's something at least. And HawK, what's he doing? He used to play 1-base, tier 3, inner fire rifles all the time. Is that still his play? Or is he finally moving towards tier 3, fast expansion, Knights play, like most other humans?
HawK has
looks like a fast expert to me.
Quite some tools in his box. This is a fast expansion. Okay, that's slightly different. He creates some space with the footman, scouts movement, attacks a little. Did not open up the mercenary camp just yet. Happy was absolutely ready for that as well. No level 2 for quite some time. 3.5 minutes in. He needs this experience. And Happy not contesting the spot. Oh, just attacking a little. Now moving over. Okay, too late to defend level 2.
Does he get the big last hit coil? Would be important. Misses it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This looks like my early game. Happy has no experience at all. HawK with a tremendous early, giving no openings. Almost no openings. This is 2 peasant kills only. This is nothing. This is great for HawK. Impeccable, impeccable defensive early play. Even with the water elemental block now against the DK. So he can summon more skeletons. Look at the footies. So keeping him at range.
Yeah. All the corpses here on the bottom right-hand side between Town Hall and Goldmine. And yeah, gives no opening. Fiend is down to 50%. DK is down to 50%. He has to run back and lick his wounds and start to grind as well. In the meantime, HawK so fast, defending the undead here, moving back immediately, creeping up, replenishing potions, super nice, expo up in a bit.
Yeah, this was as close to perfect as you can ever expect to get against Happy. This was just outstanding. Is that level 3? Oh, almost. One more skeleton for the AM, and he will be level 3. And look how he splits his forces. AM covers the one side, footies cover the other. Don't let the fiends and the DK get to the peasants for free. Oh, looking for fiends around, perhaps. Doesn't quite get it, though. DK comes in, skeleton summoned. There should be some more peasants dying, but not too many. Again, HawK keeps up his defense really well. And remember, one skeleton for the level up, canceling the arcane. That would be a big deal. This would be really annoying for HawK, and that is a cancel forced.
But that was a skeleton. That is level 3 indeed, and he immediately puts the damage onto that fiend. Should be dead or moved out of that fight soon. DK takes more hits as well, but skeletons are reigning in the passive line. HawK still with extra income, but no real chance to get the tower up. But there's plenty more mana. He was very conservative with spellcasting.
Feeling so confident. He's stacking right now with 0 towers, without a shop. But I think he has good reason to, because he has level 3 AM against the level 1 DK only. This is something that we kept on talking about. Never happens to Happy, because he always finds the opening. He always finds the damage. He always finds the experience. This is seriously the first time ever I see an early game by Happy fail like this.
Yeah, kind of spectacularly. Thank you very much, Grasgiel, for the 10 euro donation. Handsome Neo. You must be confusing me with Remo, but thank you anyway. I take it. And I'm
look how much mana the AM has been saving. He's full mana. This is going to be so many elementals.
And he's arriving at a time. Okay, the slaughterhouse is already done. He can't really cancel too much, but maybe just put more damage. And DK is completely depleted when it comes to mana. It's not even really close to an Unholy Aura. Oh, HawK wakes up the creeps. Does it do anything? More damage on this DK for now. Oh, wow. Nova to slow down the Archmage. Can he still reach? Not really.
And this is funnily reminiscent of our first game. You can really see how painful it is not to have Aura. This is making this entire game different. AM don't know HawK! Loses the AM to the second Nova. Oh, HawK, this was a perfect game up until this point. This was the first big mistake.
One shot, one opportunity, and Happy is here. Eminem style.
But at least he had the resource for the revive, and the AM has the replenishment still.
Yeah, so he gets mana back. It's running now. But boy, that was a blow. That cost a lot. We do have towers, but everything's hurt. Happy takes time, resets a little, everything's low. Needs to micro quite hard for this creep spot now.
Defend only coming in now by HawK. This is really low. Tier 2 is approaching, by the way. And this Tavern revive is the main reason why HawK is so low on lumber. He cannot rush Tier 3 and MK.
Coming in. Can he get kills here? Can he force a town portal? Something. He needs to get something out of this, I feel. Water Elemental is not enough. Happy calculating this perfectly. Got the potion consumable as well. No one to this footman. Hits only one, though. But the statue is worth 1,000 gold! But this surround as well. Can he fight through? Might need... Oh, the Water Elemental summon keeps the block closed, and Happy has got to go into that TP. No kills for HawK in the end. But the TP gone.
But again, convincing, confident play by HawK. Look for that surround the way he did. Only issue here for HawK is the low lumber, as I mentioned earlier, and AM is really far away from 4, something you ideally want to be at rather soon. Tier 3 is coming in, no MK. MK delayed.
That's a big deal. That's a lot more.
Just Tome of Retrain.
Yep. Blizzard. Yeah, he got Blizzard. I think it's time to defend then. Just turtle, stay in the back, Infi style.
A player's force
and Happy is not pushing. Happy takes the next camp, and that must mean that the MK should have enough time to come out. HawK almost has the resource. This is one of the later MKs we have ever seen with this fast expansion style.
It rains and it's cold. Okay, End Snare helps. Surround on that fiend is a guaranteed kill, but we also have the first destroyer. Blizzard casted again. Big Nova and the magic damage. Ooh, HawK. It's a lot of AoE. Everything's hurt. If he takes out the statue, it would be magnificent. But I think he can't reach anymore, can he?
And now the lacking level 4 is really problematic for the AM. With level 4, you have so much Blizzard all the time. But he doesn't have that level 2 aura yet.
Oh.
but HawK is still buying tons of time. Kills a statue off as well, but doesn't want to lose the AM again. Does not want to lose the AM again. He's frantically looking at the mana.
He's blocking the DK a little bit. Archmage, okay, needs to TP out now. Can't get more kills. Happy salvages this masterfully, tanking so much while putting in some damage. But the statue lost. That is a crucial moment in this game. If there's a statue now, Happy gets healed. Happy gets a, like, orange army back. And now it's not happening. HawK can heal on the other side because he portaled next to his shop and is aggressive right away. This is a crazy game. Archmage has mana, and guess what? It's still everything hurt. Happy has to go for a TP again, but only a scroll of healing.
That's expensive healing. AM is kind of low HP. MK comes in with a Stormbolt, perhaps. Hero kills are possible. Aiming for the Lich, but that one's not really gonna die, is he? Big mana force though, early on. That is a small victory for HawK, but he's only got the heroes. He has to fall back.
37 supply. Absolutely nothing anymore. How far is this tech? Castle, done. Lumber mill upgrades coming. Knights coming. What's happening here? Double workshop should be gyros. Happy with the pit lord. Patented play. So double AoE or what?
HawK needs more time. For more knights, more gyros. But he's not given the time. Happy's coming in. Rain of Fire coming in right away against the preparing peasants. What can HawK do about it?
Archmage is pretty exposed. If he catches the Coil Nova, it's getting dangerous again. Coil ends up on the Destroyer to keep that one in the game. 3, 4 gyros in the air. And no mana for coils no more. Stabs the Mountain King out, so he's out of that fight on the other side. And the Blizzard is worth 1,000 gold for now, pushing Happy back.
Paladin is finally out. MK is still healing up. One knight is on the battlefield. But
Needs more mana.
It looks like Happy's doing it again.
Needs more mana, and he needs the MK back. A hero is coming, could be the Paladin as well. HawK at 40 supply. Did he ever reach 50 supply in this game?
Oh, that knight miss rally could have been expensive.
A player's forces are under attack.
More knights, more time. But for Happy, more levels. 3-3. And the statue heal time.
How different would this game have looked if just that AM, that darned AM, wouldn't have died?
Crucial moment in this game.
HawK's still buying more time. But it doesn't have the knight numbers. It's only a single knight. Oh, misclick on the staff. He didn't mean to hit the pally. He meant to hit the knight.
And now
the Expo.
Yeah. Expo exposed. Towers all gone. That Nova was sick. Giving him the level 2 and the cleave. Oh boy. Happy. So sick.
That early game. Looked like that was supposed to be the early game to make it happen. It's not over yet, but it's looking rough for HawK. Weaker heroes, smaller army, not really any economic lead anymore.
Oh boy, he webs every single gyro but one, and he takes out that one. The Pit Lord is in a little bit of trouble. But what can kill him? Mountain King level 1, Paladin level 1. That nuke's not impressive.
Happy kiting away as much as he can.
Even Militia.
Does Happy have a 1/1/1 build? Did I just see a Dark Ritual?
A player's forces are
Wait, does he not have Death Pact? That's weird. Frost Armor, I mean. But HawK pushes him back! I didn't think he was going to be able to, but I think it was mainly Happy's low mana here being the problem, where he couldn't stay in anymore. Happy lost a few units there, but not too many. Happy still with 62 supply. HawK holds on, but this game is far from safely his. I wouldn't even say it's in his favor. That looks like the Undead still has the lead with the next push coming.
That was so expensive. And again, like, donate some gyros, distracts with a little. I'm still, like, that missing level 4 on this Archmage. It's again the last Blizzard, and now we have a level 4 Lich. 4 more damage. HawK assembles a bigger and bigger army, but lumber is low. He has to rebuild the shop, he has to rebuild towers, he soon has to rebuild farms. Animal war train coming in now. Okay. No Thundering Blades yet either.
Yeah, this Knight's Gyro army really wants to go super high in supply, like 70, 75, and when it hits that with upgrades, it is really strong. But HawK never is being given that space, never being given that freedom. Gyros flanking in from the side, but webs coming out instantly and quick. Focus fire as well. Big heal scroll there by Happy. His whole backline was pretty hurt. But the AoE comes in and the Coil Nova on the AM. He wasn't ready for this. AM hits the deck. And that might be the beginning of the end.
That might be the end indeed. No buyback. Knights are falling. Happy still with 62 and rising hero levels. That's mad. Mountain King, what can he do? Mana is super low. Oh, this Nova again on the 3 Knights. They're trying their best, but Happy is just microing like a god, and that's GG. 1-0 for HawK. One of the best openings possible, but once again, one mistake. You give Happy a finger and he rips your arm off. And that's the 1-0.
Alright, so as I see it, I'm the Mr. Host Man now. So Echo Isles will be our second map.
Right. Let's see if this works in time. Hopefully a little faster than before, but for the YouTube guys, I will just pause and wait until it's working. So let's go into map number 2. It is HawK's map choice. He has a wish, and that is Echo Isles, and of course we grant him that. First map looked great. I hope this one Archmage kill didn't steal his thunder, because he looked so good and so strong and so confident. And he pulled all the right strings. But then one mistake. And that, if that's not happening, he definitely has a shot. So let's see. Happy 1, HawK 0, Echo Isles, let's go.
But a game like that, that's one of those games which can also, at least for me, be infuriating. You know, you had such an insanely strong early game, and then the AM dies, and suddenly everything falls apart. It's so hard to get all the moves right. You know, when Infi and TH are playing, it looks like, it's so simple. You know, a couple of footies here, keep the level 4 perfectly in time, get the perfect tech timing, never forget about farms, never forget about peasants, always have the towers in the right position with the right number. Macro-wise, there's no question, human is the hardest race. And even if many things go right, just a few things need to go wrong against Happy. And then there you have the salad, as we say in German.
How did that originate, by the way? Like, that's something bad. We're so focused on, like, meat and sausages that if someone serves you a salad, that's something bad in German language.
Maybe you have to rethink your salad for dinner later, Nia.
I like it, with tuna.
Dude, tuna salad is actually really good.
Yeah.
What I also like is Greek salad with like goat cheese.
Oh.
Very good. Oh, we're getting hungry again, Neil. Let's stop this.
It's always, evening casts always end like this. So, Archmage and DK, the first heroes. Happy? Like, there's no chance he's ever gonna go for a Dreadlord, right?
Ever gonna go for what?
Dreadlord.
A player's forces are under attack.
No. No way.
But, like, his micro and ghouls, isn't that... You know, it sounds and feels so gorgeous in my head, but...
I think Happy just thinks this strategy is best strategy, so I play this strategy every time.
Further attack for HawK, that does help in the early. Happy not ultra aggressive, gets the claw as well. Not that great for the DK, but for the Lich later. And there we go. Tech. HawK. What's his game plan now? Definitely going for level 2 first.
Yeah, on this map I would be pretty surprised to see the one base style. It's really not a good map to level up your MK and especially Pally third. So I'm expecting this fast expo. It is after all an easy fast expansion map. And here come the boys. Looking forward to the second season, by the way. Whenever that may be.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool. DK close to level 2 as well.
Yeah, got the Water Elemental last hit, so now he needs one more. But lots of mana already expended here on the undead side, so there's only one coil at the moment. If he gets to 2, that's gonna be 2 coils soonish.
One militia, super hurt already. That's the kill, that's the steal. Can he get more? That's 3 kills. Where's he going for? What's he going for? There's number 1. That's number 2. That's number 3. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
This is doing way too much. He's not supposed to do so much damage.
Nope.
Also, that one trapper was standing there with 5 HP for a good 10 seconds. HawK didn't finish him off, so Happy got that experience as well. Has an experience lead now. HawK cannot give this guy up. HawK gets the experience. Happy gets the item. But the experience was the more important part here from the Ogre Magi.
But only 3 peasants remaining. Definitely a delay on this expansion.
Yeah.
And Happy is at
forces are under
70% with the tech.
Oh, HawK overreacted though, bringing 5 peasants again from the main.
That's
what I was talking about. These choices, these macro choices matter a lot for human. And that was not a little bit too much. So it's going to be very expensive now for HawK. Since this power build is so expensive for him, he can't rebuild peasants in the main, which he should ideally, because he wants to get tons of lumber to quickly tech to tier 2 and then to quickly tech to tier 3 with a Pally and perhaps even a Sanctum. Sanctum, by the way, we didn't see at all in the first game.
Happy with one lonely fiend at the base just poking at them. Thank you very much, Julian. €5 donation. How to get rid of mother-in-law? Just cast Carrion Swarm. Okay.
I don't get it.
I don't mean either, but we will do that. Thank you for the advice. I think we will never get married, so that doesn't bother us as well. Anyway.
Remember that one trapper I was talking about? That is what is now preventing level 3 AM, and that is pretty annoying.
Forces are under attack.
Arcane Tower could be getting cancelled here again. The DK almost surrounded. So close.
How fast was this counter surround? Like pulling the fiend a little closer to the DK to make sure that nothing can step in between them and close this around. And he's attacking at the same time to keep this tower down. But okay, he's not getting it.
Off the footies. I think this is a mistake that he makes a little bit. It's a small mistake, but ideally I think you should split up footmen. Like 2 footies on every fiend when this kind of light pressure comes in. We saw a lot of focus there on the DK and the skeletons. Ideally, I believe, footies should be chasing the fiends in a situation like this.
A player's forces
So,
are
3 more
under
skeletons and that's the level up. Here's 1. There's a second. Oh, never mind. It's got to get saved, lols.
Of course it is.
AM is dropping pretty low here. Lich should be coming out soon. This is starting to get dangerous.
He wanted
lost
this
the AM
fiend so bad,
earlier.
and I guess he's overextending with this. So desperate for this 14 XP.
Yeah, but at least he realized the Lich must be coming, so he's falling back.
Yeah.
Tech is finally starting, but because so many peasants were called from the main to the expansion, not too much lumber was gathered in the main, so there's still no defend coming. And this is the time where you want to have defend, but guess what? HawK doesn't have it. So the first Nova with the Fiend right clicks is doing big damage. And of course the kiting by Happy is outstanding. As we can see, every single Fiend is being microed individually. In the midst of that, a big Nova is hitting.
Yeah, second big Nova. It's like 2 Novas, 8 targets. And he saves the Fiend even without Aura. HawK just can't follow. He's just overwhelmed by Happy's 360-degree micro.
A player's forces are under attack.
And so much of that has to do with no level 3 AM.
Yeah.
Which was HawK's own mistake.
Easy to
Satch's
say.
coming in now, making everything even more difficult. Oh, and tech is so far away for HawK. It's so far away.
Yeah, the mass militia call. Ooh, that Lich as well. 2 items that are good for him. And this will probably be the 3rd one. Not too crazy. HawK is coming in again, trying to distract, to get some kills. But yeah, he's about to be tier 3 in a position where he can easily get that orb. How to buy time, HawK. How to buy time. Thank you, East Burning Red, for your prime.
Quite a few towers are coming up, so with that, HawK should at least be safe against destroyers. But with Fiend shots coming in with the Pit Lord, that might not always be good enough. We have seen over and over how fond Happy is of that Pit Lord 3rd choice recently. The AM still on level 3. Oh man.
A player's
Serious
Still
punish.
the 14 XP away. And Happy gets the 6 o'clock. HawK, where can you go? Murloc? Mercenary camp? That's the 3 and 2. And a little shopping trip for Happy. Did he bring orb? Yes, of course he did.
This is such a desperate counterattack attempt by HawK. Level 2 Archmage. 1 destroyer easily holds this off.
He's trying to run by now, as he said.
Town is
7
under siege.
footmen.
Players'
Okay, but he's
forces are under
sieging.
attack.
Oh, it's a lot of towers, actually. But he's sieging with Fiends and Rain of Fire. There's nothing really to attack for HawK.
This is, I don't believe it's going to do anything. In the meantime, towers are falling. Nova, Rain of Fire, more and more kills. HawK is just not ready for this attack. Gets level 3 finally with a ghoul kill. That's something, but it's not much. HawK's hope here is to put enough damage on the Haunted to force the TP back by Happy and then secure his expansion once again. And that's seemingly gonna work.
Okay. Yeah, that's the Infi approach.
Whew, those footies were just barely in range of that TP. They were almost left behind.
But how much damage was there? Still 5 acolytes, right? Okay, was alright. Let's see.
But Happy's heading straight back over. And now Happy can easily go for a destroyer
A player's
to hold off
forces
against
are
that.
under attack.
The gold graph is swinging quite heavily in favor of HawK, but what's it worth if your tech timings are too late? If your gold is going into static defense? Exactly. GG. Oh boy, that was one-sided. That was HawK's first map pick. Yikes, I guess.
Yeah, very different early game and a lot more one-sided there by Happy towards the end. Okay, next map will be Concealed.
Remo, our pro host, takes care again. Oh. Sweet. I just learned something, Remo.
Is that so?
Starting tomorrow, during the Rising Star Cups, we are raffling an AMD Ryzen 5.
Cool.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So you should tune in tomorrow and take part in that raffle. And I guess we have some keys as well for Reforged. Do you think we should give one out tomorrow for like viewers and fans?
I think that sounds like a great idea.
I think so too. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day, I think. What do you think, Chad? HawK is incredibly surprised that inviting players is working. What is he saying?
Yes, my liege.
What is my liege? Ah, my liege.
Like my lord or something.
Sounds like yes, my liege.
I am the war chief.
I would love to have a Scooter soundbox where he says, "I am the horseman." But you don't know that, right?
Mm-mm. So I think we have everyone. And we're ready.
Let's go! Match points for Happy. Could be another clean sheet tournament victory for that. I don't human being. I don't know. He's something.
Slightly
another
talented
planet.
Warcraft player.
Slightly, yeah. He's such a tryhard. Back in the day when German players were flamed because they like practiced. Oh, he's such a tryhard. You know, I couldn't really practice. Made one custom game before.
Ah, they were both team 1.
Both team 1, yeah. Wasn't Reforged's fault. It was just both players in team 1. It's getting late in Russia as well, so cut them some slack.
Casting goal.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Gatil, for the Prime sub. So we start casting tomorrow at 11 for the Warcraft 3 survival battle. Either restreaming or direct joining the Asian BattleNet. That's gonna be interesting how that's going to work. And then Rising Star Cup at...
You are invite.
Yes, I clicked that already. Can you do it again? I got that invite, but it didn't work.
No, you missed your chance. We're gonna start without you.
I guess I have to relog. Also, like, the fact that you can't exit the game with a button, but have to go into the option menu and then... The guy who designed this UI, seriously, he deserves punishment. Invite to! Oh, doesn't look too good. Ah. Ah. Cool, now it's set for me in the friend list for you, waiting for Concealed Hill. So then I see you're in the lobby. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. No, oh, okay.
I would,
I also see some people playing Legion GD and stuff. So you're in. God damn it, Hot, why are you not joining? You have one more chance.
There you go.
Being admin is annoying.
Ah, Leech is Lencia. Ah, thank you. Thank you.
There he is, okay. We have everyone, right? I think so.
In Russia, you solved the sleep problem with vodka. These two guys don't drink at all. Remo was really disappointed when he learned that.
HawK said if he wins the tournament, he's gonna drink. Like WGL, you know.
Well, he's getting closer.
Step by step. True.
So, there we go. 2-0 for Happy, match points. Let's go. HawK's second map pick. He's spawning in the bottom left in the blue, Happy upper right. So what's HawK's plan now? He tried expanding on map 1. It worked really well. On map 2, everything fell off a cliff.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I think that's the question he's asking himself as well. What does he have to do to finally beat Happy after 3 years? I mean, honestly, from recent evidence, the best approach seems to be tanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for being able to play tanks, you need a rock-solid defensive early game. If you have a sloppy early, if your tech is too late, if your defenses are too weak, if your hero levels are too low, if you don't have the necessary footman numbers, the 50 supply undead push comes in and just destroys you. So, first, you need to have a rock-solid defensive play. And then, perhaps tanks could be an answer. But honestly, HawK hasn't been playing tanks in a really long time, so I don't know that he knows how to utilize them ideally at the moment.
This might be the map where at least he plays one tank for distraction. I am a little distracted, Remo, because we have 2 new donations. Chuddy, €5. Did you know the AI uses hero spells again? I learned that yesterday. Yes, that is pretty awesome. No, it's not awesome. It should be normal. It's not disappointing. Thank you, Gatil, for the €10. Not even a message. We thank you very, very much. So, heroes out. HawK, what's your plan? Happy scouts this. Obviously, he will be going for the orange. Okay, no crazy lab creep from HawK.
Players' forces are under attack.
Coming in with a scouting footman. Forces the ensnare. Doesn't want to put on a bit of damage there. We have seen some sacrificial footmen before, which I found really cool. By Infi and TH. Every bit of time you delay here is valuable as the human. So HawK not making peasants at the moment. Oh, there we go. Okay. Peasants for these farms. Peasants for these farms. Peasants for these farms. That is the mantra for the early game. If you are playing fast expansion. Oh, the footy did get ensnared and surrounded, by the way, and that is going to be the level up for the DK. Militia running over. How much damage can Happy do? This damage towards the expansion is going to be crucial. 2 peasants is totally fine for HawK. 3 is okay. More than 3 really hurts.
So, how much can he steal? 1, gone. Peasant. The Frostborn hungers. But that keeps Happy away from the camp. Skeletons and Acolyte have to do the job now. He has 1 more coil. Water Elemental dies as well, but the big boy. He can't allow to give up the big boy, HawK. B2W, yikes!
It's 2 peasant losses so far. Still okay. But of course, giving up that creep was not okay.
It's not level 3 again. And the slaughter continues. Last rod was used. But there's soon to be 1 more coil and a fiend to bring damage. This was not the last peasant dying.
Yeah, that's 1 more gone. And that's the DK. Almost level 3 now. Perfect. Harassed by Happy pretty much. And not a perfect defense by HawK.
Yeah, giving up the big one. And like, it's so crazy how game 1, remember how rock solid, as he said, HawK's defense was. He just crept the first camp and it was pretty much flawless. And then map 2 happens and it's the other way around. And then map 3 happens and it's the other way around as well.
At least lumber is looking good for HawK though. I do like that, so he might be able to start taking soon. And inventory on the AM is pretty nice. Happy is once again running by, looking for more peasant kills. Especially the Arcane Tower cast. He was able to do that quite a few times earlier. Turned out to be really helpful. Footmen, quite a few of them are hurt as well, so not all in here for the defense. And that Arcane is cancelled. And more peasants dying.
DK is also not level 3 though, and again, Fiend starting to drop. This time he has the aura, and level 2 gives him 1 more coil.
way too much experience, though. This DK only crept 160 experience. The rest is all kills and steals. It's too much. Well, it's far from over. It's not looking completely desperate, but it's not looking great because tech is still not started for HawK. Happy on his way to tier 3.
Yeah, just started it. And HawK also used a lot of his mana, unlike game 1 where he was super conservative and was able to spam like 3 water elementals at one time to keep a long fight. Nope, not happening here.
And now the Lich comes in. He has new... doesn't have new rods, actually. But still has one more charge. More peasants dying. Tower cancelled again. Where's the AM? What's he doing? Chasing one fiend and doesn't even get the kill. B2W, oh no.
When it yikes, it oh no's. Yeah, that was not HawK's day to challenge Happy today.
Seemed like that first game broke him. He had such a good early game, and then it still doesn't work out.
Completely tilted, yes. I
And
agree.
then after that, just nothing working anymore. And it can be frustrating. Happy, you know, when he's on, and it seems like one slip and you immediately die. But it was shown in the past, Happy is beatable. Infi 3-0'd him with some amazing play.
Yeah.
But that's what it takes to beat Happy. It
To
takes
beat Infi.
amazing play.
And a little bit of like ruthless play as well. Just only play for the win, not for style, not for what the fans expect you to. If it's nasty, it's nasty. If it's dirty, it's dirty. HawK is not that kind of player, really. Or hasn't been for a long time. So this is how Happy keeps on winning. Tomorrow we have a 2-part broadcast starting at 11. Warcraft Survival Battle, the first tournament from Korea, powered by Lawlight and Jupanda. We have the following 4 quarterfinals. Lawlight versus HawK, that's a banger. Soin versus Czech, Focus versus Chimiko, with Chimiko's recent shape that is sick as well. And Moon, first time we see him on Reforged. And Michael, haven't seen him in seemingly forever. So gonna be interesting how they play and what they will show us. And then, in the evening hours, 5 p.m., it's time for the Rising Star Cup. $150, points for the season finale, and we start the raffle of an AMD Ryzen CPU. And because you were so gracious today and Wednesday, we give you some Warcraft keys.
Great. Looking forward to it. Dude, that's gonna be a long-ass day tomorrow. That's gonna be more than 12 hours. Oh, boy.
Guess we have a break in between, though.
That depends on how the games go.
It's best of 3, right? Yes. Early rounds best of 3, grand finals best of 5. That should be fine.
We'll see. But yeah, lots of Warcraft action tomorrow. Can't wait.
Me neither. We're back in 11 hours. So stay tuned, follow this channel, sub everywhere, and stay true to the best back to Warcraft. No, to the best Warcraft esport channel in the West. That's us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Taste my spear.